Hi friends, how are you today? So it is Monday, I keep saying it's Monday. It's Thursday. Anyways, so I wanted to have some commentary about the whole Kim Kardashian, Tyson Bedford situation, how it applies to our consciousness or our reality. And if people can't really see between the lines, I'm here to help you with that. So basically, controlled opposition works so well to those who are asleep. Um, and there's a war that I've said in my last video. And it's just quite interesting because a few months ago, Kim Kardashian approached the president about a situation with an individual who was, I guess, wrongfully sentenced to prison and was there for a long time. And after her visitation, and you could probably imagine that if you're on the celebrity side of everything, can you imagine that if it's the left that is on the same side of celebrities and entertainment and music, they probably thought Kim was a traitor. And so we have to get back at her for crossing sides and, siding with the president on one topic. I commended her on her individuality. I'm seeing someone starting to find their way and breaking that contract of their will being, for some entity or whatnot. What's also fascinating that I observed is how the media was so quick to say it was a homophobic comment. But what's funny is, I'm not funny, but for me, I'm a gay man. I'm very open about it, obviously, and I've accepted it, and I consult with my father about it. And we're created all for reasons of judgment, and it was all in our signature and in our blueprint before coming here and being here on Earth. It's all by design. So I have no fear in the life experience that I have and the compassion that I have for a person. If I develop love for someone, that is between me and that person. And so I'm not going to live in a fear-based world where I feel like, because if I don't submit myself to this bow Old Testament commandment, then I'm going to go to hell. That's just... Our Father, if you really know the Holy Spirit, if you really know Christ's consciousness, it is not a damning and condemning energy or entity. Divine source is definitive. It's divine. It's not spiteful and it's not bitter. So to anyone who has a conflict with other people, particularly other Christians, stand your ground and say, my Father who created me and I am that I am, he is in my blueprint. I am his signature. And so his signature will not spite and it will not destroy his own creation. So going back to topic, it's just fascinating to me that the media was so quick to say homophobia. And first of all, Tyson Bedford would have to be out the closet and would have admitted that he was gay in order for the comment to be homophobic. And number two, cis, to me as a gay man, it reminds me of when you're called a sissy boy. If she said sissy boy, it would have been racist, because that's how controlled opposition works. We have to keep everyone who is sleeping more asleep and more sedated. And so what they're trying to do is constantly attach racism, prejudice, um, uh, uh, harassment, sexual harassment, assault, um, abuse, domestic abuse, child abuse, um, police brutality, violence with weapons, um, mass shootings. Like, all these different things are all forms of oppression. And what they are trying to design is a Soviet soldier. You guys know about the Soviet Union and all that, right? There's a video that I need to dig for. I want to put it in my comments below. And it talks about how it takes 20 years to convert a whole nation into a Soviet society. And it 20 years ago from now, well, kind of 20 years ago, was 9/11. So if you continue to um, oppress and depress the people of our nation over 20 years, there comes to a point where everyone goes snap, pop, and then start destroying each other. They're trying to design war against each other because it's the easiest way to do their duty instead of terrorist attacks, because we have not had a terrorist attack since Obama left office. Mass shootings they're not terrorism. That is designed by ritual, and if you don't really calculate the days and times that they do it, you won't get it. But every day, every time that there's a mass shooting or a mass something by groups of people, you look at the numbers. You look at how many people. I hate to talk about this, but how many people were injured or hurt or killed, and the numbers don't lie. They'll say 54. 54 people were injured. That's the number 9. Then they'll say 11 were killed. 11's clear. Or they'll say um, uh, 4 were killed and 54 were injured. That's 9/11. It's just, there's different ways that media. That's why I'm learning that the television is all just it's a program. That's why they call it television programming. And I'm not here to be a conspiracy theorist. I'm going to say allegedly. Everything I'm saying is alleged, and it's not completely factual. This is just observation. And I'm free to say my own comments from observation. And everyone who resonates with it does, and whoever doesn't. I don't care. But from learning about this Kim Tyson thing yesterday, it clearly opened my eyes to why. I always question, why does everything have to be driven into this whole environment where people just are all out at war with each other over the stupidest things. Like, I live in LA, and our worst racial moment we've had was when you had the Korean community and the black community going head to head against each other, where people actually had rifles on their roof ready to shoot anyone who dares to vandalize their buildings, because this was after the Watts riots and into the LA riots, during the Rodney King. It was such proof that police brutality surfaced such a vibration where everyone acted on it. And everyone, instead of like going to any facility and doing a peaceful protest outside of the facility, people went to their own kind and destroyed each other. So this is a pattern, a cycle, a Mandela effect that has been going on over and over and over and over. And it's horrible. There's really nothing that I think those of us who are conscious aware can do. We can pray, we can meditate on it, but I'm learning there's nothing that we can really do. Our focus is to open the veil, to bring down the veil, to open channels, gateways. Like, we have a spiritual warfare. And I think the more we get stuck with trying to do all these tangible things, it knocks us off our course. And that's why the Twitter wars and the beef with celebrities are going to continue. That's the new way of control opposition and the new terrorism, I guess. It's going to be celebrities creating this debauchery beef with each other, and some of it's probably acting. It's made up because they're all liberal, they're all democratic. And I'm not Republican and I am not conservative. I'm just very independent. I'm a free thinker of my own, and I'm just looking at how driven these people are to infiltrate so much corruption. It kind of reminds me of the Shredder and the Ninja Turtles. Shredder never really intended to kill the turtles. He just wanted to capture them and distract them and throw them off their course and give them a hard time. And then when he did capture them, he never killed them. He just always seemed to want to have the victory of saying, "I've captured you. You pests that got in my way when I wanted to take over." He didn't want to take over the world. Shredder just wanted to take over. Shredder really didn't want to do anything, really, in my opinion. I think he just wanted to be an ego and intimidate, but he didn't have an agenda. Or even Dr. Claw with Inspector Gadget. I don't know if you guys remember that. But Dr. Claw, you never saw him, but he always had assignments. And Inspector Gadget will always be at the right place at the right place at the wrong time to save the day. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and steer clear from all that distortion. I hate watching TV, but sometimes I just want to be aware of what's going on so that I know how to man my position, and man my consciousness. So, anyways, have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.